Hey, welcome to episode Chad's Beer Reviews. I was up in upstate New York where I grew up and went down to Binghamton to visit family. And that brewery Beer Tree is in Binghamton or Johnson City or Port Crane. One of the actually they're in all three cities. Picked up a few different cans, and I wanted to start with this one. This one is called Morning Timber. Calling it a breakfast stout, 9% ABV. Now, Morning Timber is like a play on morning wood. Come on, guys, that's kind of juvenile. It doesn't say anything about it on the can, although it is very fresh. It was canned on September 30th or something. Where is it? 23rd. September 23rd, so it's not even a month old when I'm drinking this. Let me just bring up their website here. There's another brewery that doesn't really say much. So they're just saying, breakfast stout brewed with love, coffee, and Willet Hop and Grain, wood fire, evaporated maple syrup. I feel like they're missing some parentheses or whatever there. Anyway, the stout glass and the Chad's Beer Review glass are in the dishwasher, so I'm using the tulip glass. And yeah, that is just inky black. You're seeing the glare of the monitor in it. It did have a little bit of brown foam, but it just fizzled away. I was like, I could hear it sizzling, I was trying to get the camera, take the picture as soon as I could. But anyway, well, I will say, yeah, this is super, super coffee. Actually, I get a lot of maple syrup on here too. Yeah, it has a sweet, like cold brew coffee kind of smell, like like those stock or like those Starbucks like pre-mixed, cold brew coffees you can buy like right next to the milk at the supermarket. This is what that smells like. Yeah. So chocolate, coffee, maple syrup, a nice kind of roasty, definitely a roasty character off the nose, although I have a feeling that's probably more from the coffee than the actual roasted malt. But as far as the alcohol, don't really pick it up. Don't really pick up much in the way of hops, like maybe a little bit of pine or something. So it's been a while since I've had a good breakfast stout. Let's see what we're in for here. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. I'm getting like all the flavors at the same time. I think the first thing that hit me was the coffee, which is pretty normal. Nice kind of roasty, like legit coffee flavor, not jalapeno, nothing like soy sauce or anything like that. Lovely roastiness. At the same time, I'm getting a kind of chocolate or vanilla, some kind of candy flavor in there. Although it did not say that there was any vanilla or chocolate added to it, because I just said basically just coffee and maple syrup. Although Founder's Breakfast Stout, the one that, originated the style, that was oatmeal, coffee, and chocolate. They didn't mention oatmeal on this one, although it does say on the can no lactose, so it's vegan friendly. Yeah, it's for a non-bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. It's pretty full bodied. I guess you could probably call it, like the highest end of medium full, or like on the lightest end of full. Like if we had Bourbon County side by side, like that would be like noticeably thicker than this one. Not that this one is like thin or anything. Carbonation's pretty low. I would say it's very smooth. So like, and as I just said, there's no lactose in here, so it doesn't have like the creamy texture that you would get in like so many of today's pastry stouts. The maple syrup is definitely giving it a sweetness. It's really nice. It's a nice desserty kind of flavor. I think maybe just like that maple syrup is incepting some kind of chocolate, vanilla, confectionery note in my head. And I will say all the flavors here taste authentic. They don't taste like maple syrup flavoring or extract or something. Because I've had plenty of pastry stouts over the years where the vanilla or whatever it is, it just kind of tastes fake. I will say on Morning Timber, all these flavors here are tasting totally authentic. Let's top this off. You guys can see coming out of the can, it's dark brown. I'm gonna shooting this in a dark room at night, so I mean obviously it looks black. You can see a little bit of a foam coating. Yeah, for 9%. Wow. There's like no alcohol burn here. especially it's really impressive considering, this was canned like not even a month ago, like just a few weeks ago. This was only $5. I think that's a really good deal. Next time I go up there, I'll have to get some more of these. So yeah, I'm really liking this one. Great dessert beer. Sweet, balanced. I mentioned like I was tiny little bit of piney hops in the nose. Tiny little bit of piney hops in the flavor. I think like the roastiness from the coffee and like the actual roasted malt, I think is doing like a lot of the balancing here. I really dig that maple syrup flavor. It's sweet. I'm gonna go pretty high. This is a 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5. I want to give it a perfect 10. I feel like it's missing like a little bit something. Like maybe the head had stuck around, or had like a little bit more body, or just like a little bit more complexity to it. I think it'd be perfect, but this is really good as it is. So yeah, there you go. 9.5 for Morning Timber from Beer Tree Brewing out of Binghamton or Johnson City or Port Crane, wherever they are. All right, so if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. I'll see you guys whenever I see you. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.